Yeah, I want to take some time to talk a little bit about Bible prophecy and the importance of Bible prophecy. I'm going to read a couple of texts. TRC will be a heavily prophecy-focused ministry and Bible study, and I want to start by talking a little bit about Bible prophecy and its importance. Bible prophecy is what I call the God test. It's what sets the Bible apart, Christianity apart from every single religion on the planet. Isaiah 41 verse 23 says, "Show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that you're gods." Right? So if you can show the future, it's proof that God is working with the individual or the ministry or the church in particular, is what I'm really getting at here. In John 14:29, Christ says, "I have told you before it come to pass, that when it come to pass, you might believe." So prophecy tells about a thing prior to its occurrence, and then when it actually happens, it convinces the person who hears that prophecy, when they see it fulfilled, that this book or this God, so to speak, is a God of gods. And faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And prophecy is that evidence that initiates Christians or the non-believer into Christianity. Christianity, which I'll talk about in the next video after this, Christianity is an evidence-based religion. And Seventh-day Adventism in particular is heavily focused on prophecy, and not necessarily by our intention as Seventh-day Adventists, but because this is how God brought the church into existence through Bible prophecy and its fulfillment. Now, the Spirit of God works in a way, when Christ spoke of the Comforter to come, right? In John 16:13, he says, "Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come," he's supposed to guide us into all truth, and he will show us things to come. So the Spirit's job is to guide into truth and to reveal the future in terms of prophecy. And it's more than just a revelation of the future. And that's why when we get to Revelation, and John the Apostle is in Revelation speaking, and the angel speaks to him, and John bows down to the angel in Revelations 19:10. The angel tells him not to do it. Why? Because I am one of his fellow servants, right, who have the testimony of Jesus Christ. And the testimony of Jesus Christ is the spirit of prophecy. Like I said at the beginning, prophecy is proof. It is the God test, it's the proof. And the word testimony, the testimony of Jesus Christ is the spirit of prophecy. The word testimony means evidence. It means proof. So proof that God is working with a particular individual, proof that he's working with a particular church, has to include the gift of prophecy or the testimony of Jesus Christ. And that's where the apostles began. If you look at the day of Pentecost, one of the things, the very first thing that we hear Peter speaking about is the fact that they were fulfilling a prophecy. They were able to prove from the Bible their validity based on something that was said before concerning what they were doing presently on that day. So prophecy is proof. And at TRC, there's going to be a large focus on prophecy in general. I'm going to read one more text here and we're done. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 5 says, Paul says, "I would that ye all speak with tongues, but rather that he prophesied. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues." Greater is the individual that prophesies than he that speaks with tongues. Much of the Christian world today is focused on speaking in tongues and how good the music is and giving a word here and a word there. If that word does not include prophecy, right, Bible prophecy, not just telling people about themselves, some of these familiar spirits that we see, but if that word does not include Bible prophecy, it literally is a waste of time. And you can judge the church that you go by based on its understanding of prophecy, based on what we just read. The testimony of Jesus, in other words, the proof that Christ is with an individual, the proof that Christ is with a church, the proof that Christ is behind the ministry has greatly to do with the testimony or proof. Prophecy. It's the spirit of prophecy. So the spirit of prophecy is an important part of the evidence backing a specific body of people or ministry. And that's my word for today. Beautiful sunrise here in South Florida. Love it. God bless, and look forward to seeing you at TRC.